And welcome to Lighthouse Computer Services webinar on the new IBM Integrated Analytics System, otherwise known as SailFish. It's a great new platform that's just been recently introduced, and we wanted to have a 30-minute or so webinar to kind of give you an overview of the capabilities and the real flexibility of the new Integrated Analytics System. Hope you enjoy the presentation. My name is David Doucette, and I'm the president of analytics at Lighthouse Computer Services. I'll be your host today, and I'd also like to introduce you to Christopher Reuter. He's the IBM North American Data Warehouse sales leader, and Chris will be driving the majority of the presentation today. As with any presentation, especially those that are conducted in and with IBM, there's a few legalese notes that we have to make sure that we make you aware of. Okay, so let's get started. I thought we'd spend a couple minutes first off just giving you an overview of Lighthouse Computer Services and why customers do business with us. Primarily, Lighthouse has been around for over 20 years, and happy to say that we still have our very first client, continues to be a client of ours to this day. We're very customer focused. We're very focused on delivering the right technology to the right people at the right time, the right level, and we're very happy to talk about our 90% repeat engagements, our 80% of customers who have been working with us for 3 or more years, and 100% committed to our customer success. So we're very hopeful that if you like what you hear today, you'll give us a call and see if we can be of assistance to you also. So why Lighthouse? Well, first off, we're a regionally focused company, and we place great emphasis on being able to interact with our clients in person as often as needed. We have offices in Rhode Island, in New York City, and in Toronto, Canada. Over 200 consultants and 23 years of serving the U.S. Northeast. We do have clients throughout all of North America. But again, our focus is delivering value to our clients in the Northeast and helping any of our specific clients in other parts of the country that may have a vertical application where we have exceptional experience. Very stable company, founded in 1995 by our CEO, Tom Merva, a dedicated team with very, very low attrition and continued growth over the past years, including some key acquisitions. In 2015, the company acquired an analytics firm, Creative Computing, and in 2016, a security firm, Good Dog Labs. Again, tremendous experience in the company, very senior people focused on delivering top-level talent and technology to our clients. So what do we do at Lighthouse? Well, we have 4 primary pillars within the company. One is a security practice that I mentioned just previously, headed up by our acquisition of Good Dog Labs. And within that practice, we do a whole series of security-related capabilities and deliveries, including intrusion protection, endpoint management, security intelligence. We have some products that we've developed ourselves that we sell to our clients, and an overall high-quality security practice. Within hybrid cloud, we do cloud strategy, cloud migration, Office 365 and Azure, middleware, licensing and integration, DevOps, and software asset management. Within infrastructure, we do help with compute, with storage, with flash, virtualization, and networking. And we offer a service that helps you identify what technologies you have deployed and how best to help deploy them more effectively and efficiently. We also do capability around software asset management. And within the analytics practice, which is the practice that I run, we're very focused on business intelligence, which includes dashboarding and advanced predictive and prescriptive analytics, data integration and governance, data warehousing, information management, including master data management, location intelligence, and geospatial technology, really trying to cover the entire waterfront of the analytics journey from raw data to predictive and prescriptive analytics. Over our 25 years, Lighthouse has been granted or achieved, I should say, earned many awards, and we're very proud of the fact that Lighthouse, 2 out of the last 3 years, has achieved the North American Strategic Partner Award from IBM. This award is given to one company over all of North America, and I think it really speaks to our regional focus but national presence. So IBM recognizes us as the strategic partner in North America for basically its whole entire business, all those pillars that we had just talked about, including some of the other awards, Beacon Awards and Choice Awards for products that we've delivered, and most recently in 2017, the Watson Build finalists taking advantage of AI and machine learning in a Watson Challenge to develop a product using that new and emerging technology. On the next slide, we just wanted to kind of point out where we serve value up to our clients and kind of how we view the analytics landscape. So, and there are products that we sell and service and implement within each of these sort of bubbles that you see on this slide. So taking it from raw data and converting it into structured data and unstructured data in 2018 through technologies like data warehouses and data lakes, and newer technologies like graph databases and Hadoop structures. We take raw data and put it into places that make sense and that help you derive value from the data. From that data, we deliver reporting, including dashboarding and end user self-service report capability through various tools, and then ultimately offer that in terms of OLAP capability for slicing and dicing and drilling down, looking at predictive analytics and descriptive modeling in terms of helping you take advantage of the capabilities within the tools to help understand where things are going and how changes in variables can impact long-term performance. Also, in terms of budgeting and forecasting, have some tremendous capabilities in terms of allowing many people to contribute to a budget and delivering a solid forecast, which is both auditable and controlled. So really strong capability with master data management and data governance, all applied throughout the whole analytics journey. And we think we have a very complete offering, again, from both a product, a service, a training, a mentoring, and we really consider ourselves to be able to deliver best of breed to you in any of these areas. I think this slide kind of sums up what I've been talking about. We combine people, process, and technology, along with some great products from companies like IBM and Pitney Bowes and others, to deliver self-service reporting and dashboarding, predictive analytics, data integration and governance, data warehousing, information management, including master data management, and geospatial and location intelligence. Some of the services that we provide are kind of demonstrated on this next slide. We do training, both private, customized training, mentoring and consulting, virtual classes, self-paced training, and we provide IBM certified training for resale and delivery. So you can buy training from us. We can deliver training over the internet or come to your facility and deliver training to a group. And it can be either standard training from the IBM library of course material, or it can be customized to fit your specific business needs and timeframes. In terms of certifications, we carry a whole host of certifications, including IBM Big Data, Netezza, the Db2 Warehouse, the actual products we're going to be talking about today with the SailFish technology and the IBM Advanced Analytics capability, Cognos, Infosphere, IBM Data Management, SPSS, both enterprise and statistics, software as a service, and as I mentioned earlier with the Watson Challenge, IBM Watson. With that preview, and hopefully that made some sense in helping clarify kind of who Lighthouse is and what the analytics practice is all about, I'm going to turn it over to Chris now and let him talk to you about the evolution of Netezza technology and the IBM Integrated Analytics System. Chris, here you go.
All right, guys, thanks for having me. Again, my name is Chris Reuter. I'm the North America Data Warehousing Sales Leader at IBM, and I'm here to talk with you today about the SailFish, our next generation Netezza offering. So first, I'd like to go over the evolution of Netezza technology, talk a little bit about where we've been and what made Netezza so great. We'll talk about our vision of what a data warehouse should look like in the future. It's what Gartner refers to as a logical data warehouse and what we call the hybrid data warehouse. And then finally, we'll talk about the IBM Integrated Analytics System. We're calling it SailFish. This is your next generation Netezza data warehousing appliance. So moving on, again with Netezza, what we termed the PureData system for analytics after we bought Netezza, it was a purpose-built appliance. This is an appliance that was very, very good at one thing. That's very fast analytics. It was a tuned system. It was simple. It was easy to maintain. It could go all the way from a small data warehouse all the way up to the petabyte range data warehouse. So when we look back at Netezza, what was it good at? It was a purpose-built analytics engine. This appliance was very good at high-level analytics. It was integrated, had your database, server, and storage all as one unit with a standard interface, and has one number to call for support. It was very, very fast, very simple, easy to maintain. This was a great value proposition for many customers. They loved something that was good at data warehouse analytics. They loved that it was simple. They loved that it was easy to maintain. But what wasn't Netezza good at? Netezza was not good at, for example, concurrency. It wasn't good at different types of analytics, operational analytics, as I'll call it. So what we'll talk about today, in the context of the history of Netezza, is why customers liked it, but also why they didn't like it. So first and foremost, the IBM PureData system for analytics. This was our legacy Netezza data warehousing appliance. It was built for high-level analytics. It was very fast, very simple, easy to maintain. One number to call for support. And customers typically have loved the performance of this appliance. Again, very, very, very fast. And the history behind the Netezza platform, as you can see here, it's been going on since 2003, right? So this is not a new appliance at all. When Netezza started in 2003, they had what they called the MPS 8000 series. Many customers today are on TwinFin, Striper, and Mako appliances. Striper and Mako being the 2000 and 3000 series, respectively. So the point here is that our data warehousing appliance experience extends back for quite some time. And we've had many, many firsts, right? From the world's first green analytic platform to the world's first 100 terabyte data warehouse appliance. So this is not a new practice for us here at IBM. But what we found with Netezza customers is that while they really enjoyed the performance and the simplicity of the appliance, they found themselves with some new challenges and requirements that led them to ask for changes to the platform. And we're going to talk today about some of those requirements and some of those challenges and why we are moving to a new platform for our next generation data warehousing solutions. So some of those requirements and challenges we'll talk about here. Workload type. Netezza appliances are very good at analytical workloads, but they're not very good at operational analytics. An example of an analytical workload might be categorizing things, looking at across a broad spectrum of records to understand, just as an example, what are my sales over a certain time period in a certain location for a certain product. Netezza is very good at categorizing, and the nature of how it went about querying its data lent itself to that. Another issue is concurrency. Concurrency being the number of users hitting a Netezza box at once. It's well known that while Netezza is very performant, sometimes when there are many users asking the appliance to do many queries, there can be a query time degradation. In-place expansion. Another issue with Netezza is that it was a fixed ratio between cores and storage, kind of like a t-shirt size that you'd see today in many equivalent cloud solutions. But the issue is that you couldn't grow those boxes in place. So that made for some challenges with fast-growing customers. And then finally, solutions such as disaster recovery and replication. We've struggled in the past. We've had products called replication services to be a turnkey type of replication solution, but we no longer offer that to new customers, and it's been challenging for some customers who are in production. And then finally, with the advent of the cloud and Hadoop technologies, we've talked with many customers about their issues moving data around, meaning that on a Netezza environment, you need to buy another Netezza appliance for any one given type of workload. For example, if you needed a separate test and QA environment, a production environment, and a DR environment, you were then buying 3 different appliances. And many customers wanted to leverage the scalability and the cost savings that come with the cloud. We know that there's this opportunity for cloud and on-prem systems to work together, but with Netezza, for a couple of reasons, but primarily the nature of the hardware behind Netezza appliances, this was just not possible. So we've talked about where we've been with Netezza appliances. Again, very good at analytical type queries, very good at providing a simple experience for customers. But there are many challenges that have developed over the last couple of years, including flexible workload requirements, the ability to have higher concurrency as we see data science users grow, the ability to have a flexible type of offering. These challenges we are seeing, and we had many customers ask us to address these challenges. Let me talk about how we've begun to address these challenges and where we see customers going within the context of these different infrastructure, workload, and user requirements. So our view on what a proper data warehousing strategy is, it's all about hybrid. You have, as a customer, many different types of data, and it doesn't make sense likely for you to have all types of data on one type of data warehousing system. We're not about one or the other when it comes to cloud or on-premise, and we're not about using traditional RDBMSs or using only open source. We're not about using a SQL or a NoSQL platform. We're about all these different types of data management solutions integrated into one platform. Okay. Again, it doesn't make sense likely for you to want to go 100% cloud, or if that's the case, you may need a path to get there. It doesn't make sense likely for you to stay 100% on-prem, because then you're missing out on the scalability, the flexibility, the cost savings of the cloud. So let me talk about what our platform looks like within this context. IBM's hybrid data management solutions, they're anchored by a common SQL engine. This common SQL engine essentially means that across these products you see here, you can write one set of queries, write one set of applications, and you can run them anywhere. So let's go left to right. We have our on-cloud solutions, which are both Db2 traditional and Db2 warehouse. We have Db2 warehouse on-premise, and then finally we have our new next generation Netezza appliance, what we're calling SailFish, in the middle. We've also got DB2, a traditional transactional RDBMS. And then finally, Big SQL, which is our SQL offering on Hadoop, so that you can write SQL and query a Hadoop deployment. Now, what does this mean? What are the implications behind this common SQL engine, this common platform? Well, first and foremost, you have one set of skills. One set of skills that can write queries that are flexible no matter where you choose to have your data live. And again, remember back, there's no one right place for all types of data. You may want a large portion of your colder data in Hadoop for cost savings, but you also may want to have some of that similar data that's hot or particularly relevant to your business today on an appliance, or you may want it in the cloud. Okay. The point is that once you write a query, once you develop an application based on this database platform, you can move it wherever you would like. So not only do you have that agility, you've got a standardized interface so that your users are familiar, and you've got a common integration with vendors. DB2, which is what this common SQL engine is based on, has been around for over 35 years now. And there is a strong set of third-party integration tools and suites that allow you to take what you're using today on your Netezza platform or whatever you're using today for a data warehousing solution and to move that to this platform. And the point is that once you get onto this platform, and we'll talk a little bit more about this, you are not locked into any one deployment. We're not asking you to go only to the cloud and stay there. What we're asking you to do and encouraging you to do is to move to an open platform like what we have, and then to choose where the right place for your data is. And again, the right place for that data, it may be on-prem, it may be a public cloud, it may be a private cloud. The journey is up to you. The journey any company will go along in terms of, do I need to have all of my data in the cloud? Do I need to have only my transactional data in the cloud? What data belongs where? The IBM Hybrid Data Management Platform allows you to take that journey as you need. Let's say you're a Netezza customer today and you're on a legacy Netezza appliance, and you only want to take one life-altering, life-changing, world-shattering step at a time, right? So then there's two different factors in that move. We have a next generation appliance, which allows you to stay on the appliance form factor and only move from the Netezza platform to the DB2 warehouse platform. You can make that shift, but you've also, in doing so, have made yourself cloud ready, right? Because the DB2 warehouse platform that our next generation appliance is based on is also available in the cloud. Okay. Not only does a common platform allow for, like we talked about, a common set of skills and a common set of queries that you can write and then run anywhere, it also allows for IBM to handle product certifications in a simpler way. So across our engine, as you can see, we have a variety, I think, world-class set of integrations with different types of BI vendors, ETL vendors. Just to list a few, you can see here, but SAS users, MicroStrategy, Tableau, R users. And let me assure you, this is a small subset of what is actually available. So we've talked about where we've been with Netezza. We've talked about what our view of a hybrid data warehouse is. We've talked about our new platform. Let's now talk about the SailFish appliance, the IBM Integrated Analytics System. This is our premium data warehousing offering, and this is a perfect sequel to the Netezza appliances. For our legacy Netezza customers, this is a perfect next step for you to move along your journey to become cloud ready, to leverage even more data science and machine learning, and to get a much faster system. And I want to make the point that this next generation platform, this is not new. Again, it's based on DB2, which is a 35-year plus platform, hardened, strong, performant. but we've also taken everything that was great about Netezza and we've integrated it into this platform. And we've been doing this for about 3 years now. So a little history. In late 2014, we announced a product called DB, which was at the time cloud only. And the purpose of DB was to create this integrated platform. We knew that Netezza customers had been asking us for flexible deployment methods like on the cloud. They've been asking us for higher concurrency. They've been asking us for better performance and for lower cost. So how did we get there? We knew that we couldn't make magic happen in a day, number one. And number two, we knew that we couldn't just take Netezza and put it on the cloud because of the nature of how Netezza works. Netezza used FPGAs, field programmable gate arrays, to get higher performance. We have a software engine that is now based on in-memory columnar acceleration called Db2 Blue acceleration. So back in 2014, we started this process of creating this integrated platform. We did it on the cloud. We had patches every day and every week for a while because we wanted to make that move for Netezza customers to this new platform seamless. And some of you may have experienced DB in the early years, but now we have unified the platform and called it DB2 Warehouse, and that's now available on the cloud. And trust me when I say you want to check this product out. And this product again is DB2 Warehouse. So you can try it in the cloud, you can try it on premise on your own hardware, or you can run it in an appliance, in a premium appliance that's going to bring faster performance just because of the nature of what an appliance is. But again, the point here is that DB2 Warehouse on the cloud. This is not a new technology. We've been working on this for 3 years to bring you a seamless move when you're upgrading your appliance. I think that we have been able to do that today. So I showed you this slide earlier, but now you can see this is truly the next generation. It's a truly hybrid data warehouse appliance that we're offering you. And hybrid in the sense that you can take that, once you've made that move, you can take that workload and move it to the cloud with no change. You can take it and you can move some of the data to Hadoop, and you can perform the same queries using the same SQL that you wrote to write queries on the appliance itself. Truly a great value proposition for customers who are unsure of where they're going to go, and they're unsure of where they're going to go because it's an uncertain world. The infrastructure risk right now is unprecedented. Should you move to the cloud? Which cloud provider should you move to? We do not lock you in. It's not a lock-in. Once you have that workload, you can take it, you can put it on DB2 Warehouse on our cloud. You can put it on AWS, you can put it on Azure. You can put it wherever you would like. You can put it on premise. That's the point. The point is that we understand there is risk right now in the marketplace in terms of where your data lives. We recognize that. This is an overview of what SailFish is. It's high performance. Generally, it's 2 to 5 times what Mako was. And as you probably remember, from TwinFin to Mako, we had significant performance increases as well. So this is the appliance version of our DB2 Warehouse platform. It's more reliable than Mako was because, and I'll share this in a little bit, but as you'll see, we have flash drives in a Power 8 based infrastructure. Power 8, I want to remind everyone, is generally 2 times faster than a comparable Intel based infrastructure. So again, more reliable, it's elastic and flexible, whereas Netezza, we had customers complain because we couldn't in-place expand. We couldn't take one rack and add another rack to it and make a true 2-rack system. Now we can do that. It's the same value proposition as Netezza when it comes to simple management, simple setup, easy time to value by loading data very quickly. But we're also bringing data science and machine learning capabilities to this platform and to this system that are heads and shoulders above what Netezza was. We have Spark integrated, a Spark cluster on the box. You can run geospatial, Spark ML, any kind of the cool Spark libraries you can integrate here. And we've also got data science experience included. What does that mean? That means that we're bringing data science to your data in a collaborative, easy way. Data science experience includes our Studio, Python, Scala. It's a great set of capabilities for your data scientists who may have for example, been dumping data from Netezza into Excel to manipulate because they were such a demand on the box. DSX does a great job of allowing those data scientists to collaborate and to get quick results. Then I want to emphasize that this is an open platform. So IIAS or SailFish, based on the DB2 warehouse platform, you can use our fluid query technology, which some of you may be familiar with from your Stripers, your TwinFins, your Makos, to be part of an open architecture. Because again, a data warehouse, a proper data warehouse, is not based on one technology on one infrastructure. Your appropriate data management strategy is going to include many different types of technologies, open source and proprietary. And the point is that you can use our platform to push down or to pull back results, to push down processing from any type of data management vendor. As you can see below, everything from Amazon Redshift to Oracle to Mongo to even generic Postgres. If you are leveraging these technologies today, you can continue to leverage them and integrate them via our data virtualization and federation technology. And that's applicable across the entire platform because again, the platform is one engine, truly one engine. And now the appliance, I talked on this, but a very, very strong appliance. I'm really proud of the team. They've taken something, really reimagined the architecture because they've had to. It's now based on Power 8 from IBM, manufactured by IBM. It's based on IBM's flash storage as well. Whereas in the past, Netezza appliances were based on spinning disks. Flash storage means that you're going to have much higher reliability and much faster speed in terms of getting the data into memory. So again, we're leveraging DB2 Blue in-memory acceleration to get 2 to 5 times faster results in general. We've embedded Spark as an analytics engine, which is very, very strong, all the way, everything from streaming, right, to Spark R, to Spark ML, as you can see here, to Spark's geospatial capabilities. Everything is much stronger on this appliance in terms of hardware. And I just want to reiterate that we not only reimagined the software platform, right, and we've made it easy for you to move there, but we've also reimagined the hardware platform. And we're really proud of where we are today. So here's the technical details of what IIAS or SailFish actually is. Again, Power 8, IBM Flash System 900 with in-place expansion and tiered storage. We now go from 1/3 to 2/3 to 1 racks, and today we can get up to 4 racks, and by the end of the year we're planning to announce 8 rack sizes. You can see that I just want to make a couple notes here. The number of cores overall has increased, but again, they've moved to Power 8. And a lot of the performance is due to the superior hardware platform, the performance increase. We've got much more memory in order to enable in-memory acceleration. In the available user space, this is a really compelling thing as well. If you look at the 1 rack SailFish here, you can see it's got 81 terabytes of flash storage. That compares to 48 terabytes of HDDs on a Mako, Striper, and TwinFin. So you're getting roughly 70% more storage per rack. And we've done that because we recognize the growth of data, right? The growing needs of corporations to store data somewhere. And on that note, right, you can in place expand from 1/3 to 2/3 and so on and so forth, but you can also include tiered storage. What does that mean? You can add on a storage rack, which doesn't add any compute, but it adds just storage. So let's say you're a customer with significant cold storage needs, but you need that cold data to be accessible very quickly. You can add a tiered storage rack. Let's use the 1 rack for example. A 1 rack starts with 81 base terabytes. If you add tiered storage, it adds another 32 terabytes of flash and 432 terabytes of HDDs. This is a cost-effective way to enable you to store more data on your appliance. And as you can see right now, today we scale up to the almost 2 petabyte range on the 4 rack, and the 8 rack will be almost 4 petabytes when you include tiered storage. Really something. A more detailed overview of the architecture. One rack is based on 7 servers or compute nodes. You can see those are IBM Power 8s with 24 cores per server, 512 gigabytes of RAM for each node. That's how we get to 3.5 terabytes for the full rack. This is Linux on Power. It's not AIX, it's Linux on Power, so the same operating system security type that you're used to with Netezza. Again, flash drives and power requirements that are a little higher but very similar to the Netezza appliances. And I talked a little bit, but let me go more in depth on redundancy and reliability. One large issue with any type of hardware can be breakage. It can be drives failing, it can be spoos failing on the Netezza. Power 8, the Power architecture is more reliable than x86 architecture, hands down. And flash drives are more reliable than spinning disks, hands down. We see 5 nines of reliability on the 2 major hardware components. This is going to mean more uptime, faster time to value, and less time spent on the phone with support. On those expansions and upgrades, in-place incremental expansion and tiered storage are 2 things that Netezza customers were asking for, and we've brought those in this new platform. Not only can we expand on the appliance, but we can also expand into the cloud. So let me talk about our cloud options and one of the main reasons or use cases why we would enable this. Customers for years have been asking me directly for test dev in the cloud, right? They understand that the value proposition of an appliance is not only the simplicity, but the speed and the performance of having an on-prem configured integrated solution. That's always been a value proposition of appliances, is speed and performance, because the hardware and the software have been meshed together to work even better. But they also understand cost savings. I think everybody understands cost savings. And the fact that a cloud solution would be better served for a test, dev, QA type environment. Well, now you can do that, right? Or with our Db2 Warehouse on Cloud Flex offering, you could even use it for, let's say, disaster recovery, DR. You can, with Flex, license the maximum number of storage and the minimum amount of compute, for example. Store all of your data there in a DR environment, and then when you're ready, let's say if the unthinkable happens and you need to flip over to your DR solution, you would then spin up more compute nodes. Therefore, you've saved yourselves over the past year, 2 years, whatever it is, a significant amount of money where you would have had to have bought or licensed compute because of our availability of this Flex offering. So just a couple cool use cases that I wanted to talk about that go to show why a hybrid platform is something that you want to be on. And the same simplicity story exists. We've taken from 2003 the Netezza lessons learned on simplicity, and from even before then on our Db2 based appliances of the past, all the lessons learned on simplicity, and we've integrated them into this SailFish solution. There's one console, everything is optimized, you can load data immediately and start querying within hours. There's one portal for support, one phone number for support for the entire appliance. You don't need to administer the individual hardware components, right? There's no tuning necessary, although you are able to tune if you want to, but none necessary. For those mainframe customers out there, just a quick slide and note that we do have the IBM Db2 Analytics Accelerator. This is a version of SailFish appliance that is used as an accelerator for the mainframe. So let's say that you want to save money, lower the amount of MIPS that you use, but you still want to get some performance. You stand this IDAA box next to your mainframe, you connect it, offload analytics to it. It's self-managing, it's transparent application access. It's a really, really cool product, and it's been available since the Striper days, I believe. So IDEA not a new product, and there's very little work needed to get there. Another use case, a reference customer that I wanted to talk about, who is actually on our next generation platform, what we're talking about today, is AMC Networks. You may have seen them speak at Think if you attend that. This is a really cool use case. AMC Networks is the television network that produces shows such as Breaking Bad, Mad Men, Better Call Saul. They use viewership data for all of those shows. They put them into a portal, leveraging our technology to enable their customers, which are advertisers, enable their advertising customers to analyze and determine where ad dollars are best spent, right? So for example, if an advertiser wants to focus on a particular demographic for a particular show, they can look at, okay, for this age range, for this gender, living in this particular state, what is the best show for me to advertise? It's a very cool use case, and I encourage you to check out AMC Networks further. There's some information available online. So with that, I'm going to pass it back to the guys at Lighthouse. Again, thank you guys for your time. Really appreciated it. I encourage you learn more about the SailFish appliance and also our next generation platform. Try it out. The best thing about this platform, again, it's flexible. It allows you to host your data where the right place is to be hosted. What that means is you can go and try it out today. We have free versions online, free trial versions of both of our cloud managed service as well as our on-premise. And we're happy to talk to you about a potential POC of an appliance if you want to wheel one in to your data center and test us out on our word, because I'm very confident we can beat the performance that you have today, and we can do it in a simple and easy manner. So again, my name is Chris Reuter. Thank you for your time. I'm going to pass it back to Lighthouse, guys. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Chris, that was great. I really appreciate you doing that for us. And I think maybe everyone might be interested in knowing about the free upgrade offer. And so could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely, Dave. Yeah, thanks. So for our legacy Netezza customers, well, I've talked about the compatibility of Netezza to SailFish is very high. The Db2 Warehouse platform has been we've been in development for over 3 years now. There's still a little bit of work that may need to be done because everybody's Netezza environment is different. So right now, IBM, with the purchase of a SailFish system, will upgrade your entire environment for free, included with that purchase. How that works is IBM Lab Services. We don't outsource this. IBM Lab Services will come in, develop a project plan, move your Netezza environment, database, schema, operational queries, ETL, truly everything associated with your Netezza environment, we will move free of charge. That's happening today. I just want to point that out so the customers know IBM and Lighthouse will take care of it.
With that, I wanted to say thank you on behalf of Chris Reuter and myself. I hope you found this very valuable, certainly worth your time in helping understand the capabilities, the placement, the flexibility, and the real value that can be delivered with IBM's SailFish product, the integrated analytics system. Hopefully, if you have any questions, our contact information is here. You can always find us at www.lighthousecs.com. And again, thank you very much for your attention today.